This is the Porsche 911 GT3, and in manual gearbox specification, it's one of the most tactile engaging track weapons money can buy. And where else better to test this than heading up north at the Knock Hill racetrack to see what it's like in anger. I've been waiting for this for I don't know how long. I'm driving the 911 GT3, 991.2 GT3, and you may be wondering, Sid, this car's about a year ago, why are you testing it now? Well, unlike some of the other jammy bastards that have got to test this, I've got my hands in it right now, and I tell you what a special car. I'm round at the Knock Hill race circuit. It's just special. I've spent a week with this car on a mixture of different roads. I've lived with it, went to IKEA in it, slept in it, I've done everything with this car. And on the road, it's a special machine, but here on track, it comes to life. It really does come to life. Just listen to it, 9,000 RPM, 500 horsepower. In many respects, it feels a bit more mid-engine in the sense of you've got a really nice turning response now. And this 4 litre, I mean, you just wind it out. Coming up to 7,000 RPM, and mid-corner it just feels organic. I was expecting this car to be too fast for the road. I was expecting to like my GT4 a bit more. Well, I do, but this, especially on the track, and you just wind it out. Just the noise, the whole sensation of this thing. I mean, the EPAS system has been updated, and I'll tell you what, yeah, it's not wriggling with feel, of course not, but you've got a really good weight, and you've got a good sense of connection of what the front wheels are doing. For a rear engine car, it turns in really well too. Everything about it's just fantastic. But what you really want to see is it being skid about. You know all the reviews. I don't have to tell you guys anything about this. There's beautiful, beautiful films about this car being skidded about, telling you it's the best. I just want to slide it about, and that's what I'm doing. And I'll tell you what, it's got some proper balance. Obviously, you've got to put some weight over the front axle. If you don't, you are in a bit of a pickle. It's still the typical 911. You've got to put some effort into it. If you don't, well, it's still a 911 in the sense of it will kill you. But if you're sensible with it, it comes to life. I mean, I try and not be biased, but my only criticism with it is the fact that you can't buy one. That's the bit I'm upset with. I'm a little bit sad. You can't buy one of these. These cars, what fetching 50 grand over list, 60 grand over list, and you've got to have this car with a manual gearbox too, because just heeling and towing, rev matching down changes, it's proper, man. And you just want to wind the engine out. Plus, once you get into a groove. There's two sides to the GT3. There's driving it really quick, and there's the sideways bit. And really, it being skidded about is, believe it or not, it's not a bad car to slide about. I know it's not really a technical term and not many people are interested, but you can do really cool and interesting things with this car. If you get it turned in on the brakes, it's really cool, but you've got to be pretty quick because it can get away from you. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not saying much, but I don't think I need to say that much. It's brilliant. Everything. Steering, throttle response. Retail money, this car comes in at what, 110 grand, with a few options, 130. I don't think there's any car for the money that represents this much thrill, this much fun, this much action, this much excitement. It's just top level. So will you excuse me, I'm just going to do a load of skids.